Yo, 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 what's going on? Here I am in the absolute middle of nowhere. You're looking at it. Bear Lake Brawl 2020, also known as the COVID apocalypse race. So this is what it is. So.
A couple weeks ago, got an email about a race in northern Utah. That was on my side of the country, so I figured it would be a good race to drive to and to start the season. Couldn't say no to the first race of the season on the West Coast.
This feels very grassroots, which is something I really love. You know, the pro athletes are really coming together as a united body and, again, doing what we love for the sake of racing.
When I heard about this race a couple weeks ago, it didn't take much arm twisting to get me on the start list.
There's been literally no options for racing in the US so far, so I said, okay, cool, I'll do it.
We got a text message, a group text message from, I think it was Skye and Nicholas, that said, hey, there's this race in Idaho/Utah that we think, you know, the PTO is going to put some money in it. If you'd be interested, just let us know. And so, sure, why not? Let's do it.
Beautiful facts.
No, definitely wouldn't have happened without the PTO. And the tough thing is, like, you need someone to organize. And that's been the biggest thing. It's just someone to say, hey, come out and do this. And so big props to the PTO to come behind it and get everyone on the same page.
How are you looking to fare on the race this weekend? Who do you think your big competitors are?
Skye?
Jocelyn and Skye are definitely the two top girls.
I think Chris Leiferman's always a threat.
There's 7 guys here that could legitimately take away the win.
Matt Hanson is a threat.
I think there are legitimately 7 or 8 guys who could win the race. Like, that is legit.
I really think Ben Kanute's probably the guy I'm focused on beating, so.
Yeah, just talk to us a little about your competitors
Yeah,
on
you
race
want
day.
me to call people out, don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like somebody else has already been calling a lot of people out.
Raced Sam a number of times. He's got a lot of talent. He definitely knows how to talk as well. That's all right.
It's me versus everybody else, baby, and that's exactly how I like it.
It's great for people to talk online.
That's some LeBron James stuff, Kobe Bryant, you name it. That's what it's about.
I like to let my legs do the talking.
Man, he's copying my lines. What's up with that?
Sometimes he gets himself in trouble by just being a little bit loud.
You're looking at the strongest legs in triathlon. Bring it on, fellas.
I have an inkling that it might not play out the way he thinks.
When you talk a lot, you get to show it on race days.
That weird, like, what's real versus what's Instagram.
Anybody can have a good day, anybody can race, but I'm not gonna let anybody off easy.
Social media dominance doesn't mean man. It's about the race course and doing it on the race course that matters.
Yeah, I am a product of change. I brought the product in things, turning my L's into gains, channel the pain, looking to better the days. Yeah, you were a product of fear and the man in the man.
I came here ready to race, and ready to brawl.
I always plan to win.
And this what he said, you gotta get paid, do what you gotta do, get to the bag, stay at your 9 to 5, get on the avenue, you ain't cut out for them tags, yeah, you are not good enough, you are the type of got people that shouldn't love anyone knowing you know that you phony, you never cut out for this, you should just give it up, yeah.
Coming back to racing for racing's sake is not racing for anything else than to express ourselves in this competitive way that we have chosen.
For me, it's about going up against the boys and really throwing down, and I've just been hungry all year to show that I've improved.
There's a lot of good guys on the list, and you know, I think there's 7 guys here that could legitimately take away the win. So it's just execute the game plan and try to be at the pointy end when it all comes down to a finish line.
Just 16 of us, so on any given day, you know, somebody could pop off a great race, but I'm hoping to take charge early and make everybody else work for it.
We've got really super competitive guys on the start line as well as a stacked women's field, so it should be a really, really competitive event. You know what this is fueled by? Yo, yo, yo! That's how it's done, baby.
First big race of the year. You've done a lot of Strava segments, online stuff. How does it feel to claim your first victory?
Racing's where it counts. I said that on whatever day that was. I said, you know, talking doesn't mean anything, and Strava segments don't mean anything either. So let's go and tell our boy Lionel Sanders that.
I would have liked to run a little better. You know, it was a cold ride, and you know, when it's cold and you can't move your hands, it's hard to take in nutrition. That's the way it goes. But yeah, it's good to be back in racing, and you know, podium at least, maybe second, maybe third, who knows. But you can't complain with the podium.
Really happy with my run, and some improvements on the bike, still some room to go, but just generally really happy with a really solid effort to kick off this PTO series of racing we got going.
Let's talk about epic, right? Like, not only would 2020 bring a memorable race, but the conditions, the water. This is a race where you say you swam uphill, you biked uphill both ways, and you ran uphill both ways. Just totally epic, totally brutal, unforgettable.
The swim was fine. Had a decent swim, and then the bike was just okay for about half of it. Didn't have the best power, but just was trying to work with what my legs were giving me on the day.
Thanks to the PTO, making pros have a livelihood, making us have a life, making us get out and have fun. Really badass day out there, tough conditions, and yeah, I'm stoked that the other competitors came out. And this morning I saw your video and I was like, it's a challenge, so I came out and I think I rose to the challenge. But I love all these guys, I respect them all, they've been my idols for years, so it's really just about seeing how I stack up against them.